Alrighty.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Look around, make
I
sure
still
there's
had to reach
no
Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
there's service. See if there's any manuscript pages or collectibles or anything of that nature.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
And now it's a question of how you get in the garage. Oh, here we go. Nightingale fires at wake.
The FBI agent's command froze me in place. I considered surrender. It was all falling apart anyway. I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
Is there a light switch in here anywhere? Or are we supposed to just content with the light being out? I'm gonna guess the latter. Oh. It's a good thing I walked past that.
I had to find the key to the garage.
Maybe it's in the other bathroom. Of course it is.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it starts wanting things of its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
Oh, hello. What were you hoping to accomplish by jumping me? Okay, so now this is our first driving experience. You've got to be kidding me. Just going off-roading. frick, I guess I gotta get out here. Right? Yeah. Oh boy. Rusty dying.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
So I guess that trophy that I just got is maybe for getting all the pages I could find, or maybe finding a certain number of pages. I'm gonna go on a limb and say maybe it's finding a certain number of pages, because there's still a couple pages that I'm missing.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing. It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
It's not done.
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, because 2 days is totally gonna be the perfect amount of time to finish the ending. Okay, so this is the this is a little shack that I came into when I first left the cabin. How much one of that berries could be
Barry
dead?
had talked about birds over the phone.
Al, I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal. These birds are weird. Al, make them go away, please.
More birds. Ow. That's gonna dive bomb me. You know what?
The only good thing about this goddamn horrible
Open the door now. They're gone.
Jesus.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back. For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
I know.
See you soon.
Have a great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
I just look like a mannequin. I assume that's the end of chapter 2. Or episode 2, rather. Copyright music. Copyright. 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 Yep, that's the end of chapter 2. Alright. And I don't think there's anything extra after that. Like, I guess like all you really do is just listen to the end of this, the music. Okay.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Episode 3 is called Ransom.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Just want to look around for any manuscript pages.
There was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now,
How many are in this one anyway? Oh wow, there's a lot. A lot. Looks like there's only 3 that you can't find in this difficulty.
some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
How about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Here's a thermos back here. We'll pick that up. Where is... What are even the points of the thermoses anyway? Like, I know they're
Come on,
collectibles,
mister.
but...
I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Randy's dogs.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met. Yeah,
Still want to look
anyway,
around and make sure that I'm not
Jagger
missing any
and Cindy
collectibles
before
or
they both
anything.
died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
So far, nothing. Although he's just ignoring him too. Dude's limping.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
Thermos in there.
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Welcome to... Oh dear. Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What?
Yep, drugged their drinks.
What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
Is this supposed to be Rose's bedroom he's in now?
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
What the hell?
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an
Just a freaking
imaginary
shrine built to him?
She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark. My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
He's gonna leave Barry there knocked out. Alright, so this is page 1 of this episode. Ransomed. This is page 1 of the episode Ransom. Randolph calls the police.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
So how am I supposed to get Barry all the way to the car from all the way over here?
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Calmer, you're on KBF FM. Hey, hi, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt. I had a, argument with Danny. You know, Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, you know, and, I'm just, well... I heard something like that, Walt. Yeah, well, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man. I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt? I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go. Well, Walt, maybe... No, thanks, Pat. Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
Interesting. As always, I try to like tune into those little like those lore dumps. Can I not like? There we go.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Oh, charming.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind.
The
But there
hell?
was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Make it easy on
This way. Fuck, I'm running low on stamina already. I was trying to bet if I get caught, it's like a thing of like, oh, it checkpoints you back to like before the chase scene again. It's also interesting how every chapter resets you and like takes away your weapons and stuff, so you gotta like find them all over again.
Oh, damn.
Nowhere you can see. Is that a manuscript page down there? I think it is. No, it's a light. Oh, it is! The dark presence sleeps.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh, Christ. That does not sound good.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
I don't really do much without my weapons, so I just gotta keep running.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over.
I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Didn't sound of much of anything of importance, I should say.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light. There was no power to the searchlight.
Damn it. Shit. One use out of that searchlight's all you get. I was trying to say I and you get, and I mixed it up saying I you do. Well, here's my flashlight. Well, a flashlight back.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
So you can hold 6 of these at a time, it looks like. You can probably hold more, but what we have now so far is 6. Oh damn, those are pretty neat. Those are gonna come in handy. Okay, so I have 7 that I'm holding so far.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty. Wrong way. I was gonna say it looks like a dead end. Gotta go this way. So we have 7 batteries and 7 flashbangs. And there's a manuscript page up here that I see. Good thing I turned around. Rose touched by the dark presence.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Give my health a second here to replenish. I wonder if it just like stays like 3 bars and stuff, or if you can get like more health as the game progresses. My money's on just staying at like the 3-bar health system thingy. Good thing I checked the trunk of the car. That one exploded a lot faster than the first one. Sorry, what should I do now?
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
I'm here from the supplies cop's brother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
They'll have to try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
What, do you press a button and unlock the door?
I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt him.
Whoa. Everyone calm down.
Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Just gonna itchy ass trigger finger. This shit again.
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Nightingale on the radio station.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
That just happened. Or probably is currently happening, because we just got the scene where even Alan was shot at. I only have 2 flashbangs left too, so gonna have to make them count. At least now I have a revolver back. I don't know what I was hoping to accomplish from running there. I have 2 bullets left. Shit. Hope I come across more ammo. Thankfully, this isn't really like a dark shaded area, so I don't think they can pop out here. Because it's surrounded by light from the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like the moonlight's kind of keeping them from coming out. I'm going the complete wrong way, I think, but doesn't hurt to take a little detour. Walter fights
Danny
Danny.
had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Absolutely no ammo of any kind up here whatsoever. That was a whole waste of a trip aside from some flares. Well, shit. That means I'm gonna have to make these 2 bullets count. You see, I could do without birds attacking me now. Could y'all not? That was my fault. I'm trying to take shortcuts down these paths. And look where I started, all the way back here. Do I have that many? I do, okay. I just don't have the flares. Yeah, boy. Okay, I have 8 bullets and 4 batteries.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Now I have 14 bullets. Shotgun. Here's where we get annoying. These lights don't stay on for very long. Bruh. Those flashbangs have such a freaking delayed reaction, too. So I gotta put these lights back on. Now go inside here. There's like nowhere to dodge because they all freaking corner you. Like, what am I supposed to do there? Alright, try it one more time in this episode. Don't want to grab those just yet. I press dodge, okay? God, this is tricky. Like I said, having those flares would have came in handy. There we go. And then see, the freaking flashbang is such a delayed reaction that you can't even freaking do anything after that. I gotta like herd them all around one of these lights here. I pressed turn on, thank you. One last attempt. And then I'm gonna have to split the part. Or episode, rather. Yep. I have no flare gun, so... That's annoying.